Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career and become a better version. And I also help CFA and FRM students to clear their exam in the first attempt. And this video, I'm going to be having a conversation with one of my students, Shrishti, and she has been able to clear the exam for FRM Level 1 in this November 2021. And the purpose of these videos that I'm doing is basically to make people, or basically the students who are preparing, to be aware about how other people have cleared the exam and what is the strategy or what has been the process that they have followed, what are the challenges that they have faced. So first of all, Srishti, thank you very much for taking out time and being a part of this conversation. And I really appreciate that. That's a wonderful gesture. Thank you very much for joining in.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
And for the benefit of the audience, can you give us a brief about when you started the level 1 prep? What were you doing?
So I came to know about the FRM exam while I was in the banking sector, and I realized the importance and what is exactly FRM. So then I grew an interest of what exactly is the risk, and maybe I should give this exam. And then when I was doing the FRM level 1 study, I just started it. I realized I needed a support. So I took the lectures from you, sir. Then, and eventually it helped me. I guess I started it around July to August 2019.
2019.
For,
okay.
Yeah, for the preparation. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, at that point I started slowly the studies along with my job, and then as I got my pace along with the job, and as and when the time was there, I started increasing my duration for the studies.
So see, 2019 you mentioned. So 2021 you gave the exam.
I'm so sorry. 2021.
That's what
I meant 2021. Yeah.
So when did you started? So basically, how many years of work experience you have total?
1.5 years.
Okay, and before that you have done your masters by any chance?
No, I am actually a chartered accountant by profession. I completed CA in 19. That's why
okay,
I was
that is
just
where you
recalling
thought
2019. Yeah.
Okay. So you completed CA. You were working in the industry for 1.5 years. Then when did you decided to go for the exam? Which month?
I actually don't remember exactly the month, but yeah, approx in end 2020, I came to know about FRM exam. So maybe in approx March 21 year. Yeah, 2021
you decided you want to go for the exam.
Yeah,
right?
I have, yeah.
And when did you actually started your preparation? You mean you got the books and you said, okay, I'll now start the preparation. Any idea on the month?
So yeah, approx July to August, I took your lectures, and I just remember that there was a timetable, a sheet
the Excel sheet, yes.
prepared at your, the Excel sheet. So what I did was, there was weekly time, there's a time status, there's a week status, basically that this much chapters you have to finish in this week and everything. So I started in July or August, I don't remember exactly the month, and then eventually I was trying to just keep up with that goal, and yes, I did then.
Okay, perfect. And so did you start question solving also immediately with that, or you waited for something?
No, actually I waited, because firstly I was thinking maybe I won't be able to complete the whole chapter along with the job. So I started by just learning, just going through the subjects and having a glance of what the chapters are and what the topic is exactly.
Okay.
And then eventually in August and September mid, I guess, I started doing along with the chapters, because my 50% of portion was quite over by that part, by that point of time.
September mid. September
end, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many hours were you giving from the start? So suppose you started in July mid, for example. So what was the daily hour that you were putting for the exam?
On the weekday, as I mentioned, along with the job, it was difficult. So I was trying to maintain at least 4 to 5 hours. Like I was trying minimum. Sometimes it was, I was able to, sometimes it was just, I was able to put only a hour or two. So yeah, on an average, 3 to 4 hours. And I used to put my marks on weekends because we were like there was no work.
Right.
So yeah, at that point of time, I used to study for like 7 to 8 hours, or maybe 8 to 9,
Okay.
depending on the when start at July, August, maybe only 4 to 5, and then
Hmm.
I got my pay stub along with the
Okay. Because lot of working professionals generally they get around 2 hours maximum to prepare. So you had that
yeah
extra certain time to go for it.
yeah
Perfect.
actually yeah
Okay. And so you started, like you said, you started question bank solving when you 50% of the content was stuck.
yeah
So and then you were doing simultaneously reading the new content and also solving the question bank of the previous one, right?
yeah no, I was actually doing it with the new content, new question Q&A, not with the
Acha,
previous one.
okay. So what about the
Yeah.
previous 50%? How did you manage that?
So yeah, actually, what I did was when I was doing the first revision at that point of time, I took that Q&A.
Okay. So for example, 50% of the last section of
Hmm.
the curriculum you solved along with it, and the first
Yeah.
50% you did it after that solving.
Yes.
So when did you complete your one full reading of the content? Which time, if you
Uh,
remember?
Around 15 days back before the exam, I was
Okay.
not very
And the
good with
solving of the
managing
question
the
bank for the
times.
entire thing for all of them.
I was not able to actually solve the whole area, but
Okay.
I majorly covered around 80 to 85% of the Q&A. So
80 to 85% of
along
the
with
time.
that only I'm till the 15 to 20 days back, I was able to do all this stuff. 15 days
Okay.
back, yeah, not
So
even
basically
20
you
days.
completed entire reading once, but question bank was almost 85%.
Yeah,
Okay. And you're talking
because
about the chapter wise questions, if I'm not wrong.
yeah, chapter wise question. Yeah.
Okay. Now, when you were solving the question bank, what was the approach? I mean, you were reading the chapter and you were immediately solving the question bank, or you took some gap and then you solved?
No, actually, mostly I was doing immediately, not like at maybe half an hour break or something. But yeah,
Okay.
on the same day as in when the chapter gets over.
And you were solving it in a timed manner, the way we have this quizzes. So you had solving it
Yeah,
in that same manner. Okay.
yeah.
And you're tracking the timing also in the sense whether I'm giving 2 minutes per question or not while solving the question bank.
Time, I don't know. I've never faced the problem with timing because I was able to
Okay.
complete it within the time, like most of the time.
Okay. Now till the 15 days before the exam, and from when you started, what is the major challenge you faced?
Consistency, I guess, because with as you mentioned, it is as I'm saying, even maybe 3 to 4 hours a week, but sorry, 3 to 4 hours a day.
Hmm.
But maybe at certain point of time when there's a deadline, I was not able to give the time to studies, or sometimes the chapters are tough, so I'm not able to concentrate what exactly to do. Maybe I'm behind my goal or something. So
Right.
yeah, so major problem I faced was consistency.
Hmm.
First, second, maybe could have improvised my way of doing the things a little bit, so it would be convenient for me. Like maybe
Okay.
from very start I should have done the Q&A along with the chapters
Right.
itself,
Right.
because
Right.
at then after a point it was cumbersome for me to even do the Q&A and do the
Okay.
reading and everything.
Because you have to
Yeah,
revise also. You have to revise also and
yeah,
then give the answer.
exactly.
And
Yes.
so for the last 15 days, did you get time to go for sectional tests or these
Yeah.
quizzes?
Actually, before I remember around 10 days back before the exam, I took a leave from the job for around like the
Hmm.
7 working days, and I started the revision in a whole fresh manner. So what I was doing is when I was completing a book, I was doing the sectional test along with it
Okay.
after that. So I was
Okay.
able to, and I got the time to, revise thoroughly whole the 4 books. And
Hmm.
then I also completed the Q&A of every section, like book
The important
quiz.
concept quiz was also you were able to complete during that period.
Important question quiz.
There were
I
quizzes for
don't
each,
know.
for example, the entire futures, entire option. There were quizzes also. So
No,
okay,
I
you
didn't. I was not
you didn't
able
get
to
time
do
to do
that.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
What about
No.
mock papers?
No, I didn't get the time for that as well.
Okay, okay. You didn't even solve one mock paper?
No, that was some
Oh, okay,
major
okay,
wrong thing that I did
okay.
in my planning
No,
part.
okay.
Yeah.
So basically now when you went for the exam, okay, before the exam, what was there in your mind in the sense, because question bank was also around 80, 85. Mock paper was not done
Yeah.
entirely. So what was there in your mind when before going for the exam?
Uh, Before going through the exam, I just actually decide. I didn't saw anything for the in the morning because my
Hmm.
slot was around morning itself. Like I don't remember the timing now, but
Hmm.
I had a good sleep, and then I just went there. I was like, let's give it a try, and I didn't panic because I guess many times what happens is we know everything, but then
Hmm.
just because of panic or something, oh, what will happen or something, we make silly mistakes. And I've observed this in MCQ. The
Hmm.
problems are, it is very logical if we just give it a thought process and just see it calmly. And if we are in a process of hurry or something, we are going to make some mistake, and the
Okay.
options are so similar, we will just mark the
Ha,
wrong
ha, ha. So
one.
I'll come to that part. But as compared to a CA
Yeah.
exam, what was the difference in FRM?
I would say the options, the pattern over here, the ABCD thing,
Huh.
that is way more difficult because we
Okay.
have to, no, even CA is a very tough exam to go.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever there are MCQ, there is bound to be mistakes between the options. We have to be more,
Okay.
more, I would say, careful because you have to see each and everything.
Okay. Okay.
There would be only there would be a problem where you have to just divide by two. And if you don't do that, you will select a different option and your whole question is gone.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. And
And even,
also with respect to the option, like, so if you look at the entire 100 questions in the exam, how many
yeah.
questions which you felt during your exam that, okay, this is easy. Okay, I can easily do it in the
Uh,
first go. And how many
yeah.
questions were there which where you felt, okay, this is something tricky and I might have to look at the option. There are similar options. And how many questions were ultimately difficult? So can you give us that bifurcation?
Actually, being a CA background, I used to find the book three quite easy because the
Hmm.
portion is, I guess, entirely from our CA syllabus only.
Right.
Yeah. So that was something was in my benefit for
Hmm.
that point of time. And I had, because of your lectures, I had a grip of QA, that is second
Quant.
book.
Hmm.
Yeah, quant. So second and third book, I had like earlier also when I was doing the mock test, I was knowing that these are my, strengths.
Strong books. Okay.
For chapter 4, yeah, book 4 was quite like, it was always for me 50 to 70, 50, 60%. I was not able to score, 70, 80% was beyond my reach, even in the
Okay.
mock drill that I used to give.
Okay.
So
Okay.
even in the exam, I saw the same pattern. When I was
Hmm.
giving the questions, I was able to, easily mark the book 3, book 2, and even book 1 questions, some portion like the great anomaly crisis or something like that
Ha
chapters
ha
are
ha.
there now. So it's all, if you understand the concept, you are able to, solve the thing.
Right.
So even book 1, book 3, and then book 2 and book 4. That was the
Okay.
sequence.
Okay. But did you found
Yeah.
any difficult question that means, okay, this is something which is not even there in the book?
No, actually, what I did, as it was, 4 hour session is there,
Hmm.
4 hours. So I just did, whichever question I was able to track down easily, I used to go through the same question and then I used to solve and then, correct. And whichever I am
Got it.
doubtful, I used to think at later stage.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And you were able to solve entire thing in 4 hours properly?
No, no. I was not able to.
Because you
Maybe I
said
had,
timing was not an issue for me.
uh, actually, I should have given the mock drill.
Okay.
No, though,
Okay.
yeah.
Because see, when you
Actually, I
start
was.
You feel that
able
normally
to,
4 hours, 100 question ho jayega.
yeah,
But it doesn't
हाँ
because the exam is
वही.
slightly lengthy.
I was
So how many
able to,
questions you were able to do it
cover
in that 4 hours?
90 question approx easily. And then the 10 question was in quite hurry because there was a
Okay,
shortage
you
of
had to just
timing.
take the answer. You have to just take the answer.
Yeah, basically I had to just take the
But those
answer.
questions were easy or difficult one, matlab, as per the way you were going through it.
No, they were the ones left because I told you I just,
No, but they were
first
easy.
have,
Acha, okay, they were difficult ones, slightly difficult ones.
yeah, they were the difficult ones. Yeah.
Okay, so so basically when you followed that approach, it helped you that even if there was no time,
Yeah.
you were able to complete the questions which you are sure initially. So
Yes, yes,
whatever you had
yes.
to just tick, you those are
I
difficult
had.
one. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
So that's a good way. That's a good way because a lot of people, what they do is if they start directly from 1 to 3, there are easy questions at the end. They end up
Yes,
taking those
yeah,
easy questions and wasting time on the difficult questions. So
exactly.
managing the exam questions, which question to pick up, is also a skill set which actually helps you to clear the exam. So
Yes. And one more thing that I did
mhm.
was just have a track of the timing which is left. When you are
Hmm.
having a 4-hour session, we will think what time hai, ho jayega. But
Hmm.
that attitude, that will just we will miss the questions at the
Right,
end. So
right.
I was trying, if there are 100 questions, at least I need to cover at least 25. So I just had a goal in my mind कि इतने question खत्म करना है, इतना time है. So maybe
Hmm.
I was near to that by the 1 hour, by second hour. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So on an average, people generally do around 25 questions at least.
I tried in the first hour. I will keep more question because then at the end there will be difficult question and I need a proper time for
Hmm.
that.
Right, right. Okay, okay. One more question that with respect to the the flow, okay, what flow of preparation, the entire preparation that you had from July,
Hmm.
what do you think what went in your favor to clear the exam?
Okay. So when I was preparing and when I was giving the Q&A, what I did is I was just writing. Suppose there's a question, there's a big question, okay, for
Hmm.
5 or 7 lines,
Okay,
and I used to write the main thing which I learned from that question and why I did wrong in that question in some small 1 2 sentence line at
okay,
the end of the chapter.
okay, okay. This is something new because
Yeah.
I've not seen people doing it. A lot of people doing it.
No,
Even I
actually, in the
never did
CA
that.
thing, I
So,
used to do that. No, in the
okay.
CA thing, I did and it worked for me. So I
Hmm.
tried that over here. And at the end, when I was doing the revision, it helped me because I was not going through the whole Q&A again. I just
Okay.
used to do, remember that, go revise that 2 lines. And I used to remember, oh, I was wrong at that point. I did this part
Okay.
wrong
Okay.
over
That's a
there.
very, very good point. I mean, and for the audience also, this point they should remember that whatever question bank that you're solving, whatever wrong that you're getting, and you realize, okay, I missed this point, just write it
Hmm.
down so that you remember it later.
Or
Wonderful.
even when there's a new concept, majorly
Hmm.
many times in your Q&A there are 2 3 new concepts which are not covered in the, maybe which are
Right.
not covered in the lecture part. So
Yes.
if we write that down now, it would be like just you are going through the chapter and you will just
Hmm.
cover that also along with that. You won't
Yeah,
even
there
realize
are
that it was
few
something new.
formulas also which are not there in
Yeah,
Stranger, which I've covered in the question part. I know that.
question
So
mark.
yes, the
Yeah.
reason it is added is that you have to treat those questions as difficult. I mean, how do
Yes.
you deal with those questions if you want to just take a calculated guess? And coming back to this point, you did you took any calculated guess in your preparation or basically solving of the question bank actual exam day?
Calculated guess, I had not actually planned majorly key as such, but yeah, as I was going through, I was knowing now that book 3 is my grip. So I was more trying to, to cover everything of book 3 in a very good manner. Ki
Hmm.
whatever comes from book 3, I know this,
Okay, okay,
like
okay.
that. So book 3, book 1 was theory.
So what
So
about book
I
four?
was
Book four, were you taking that calculated guess by any chance?
Yeah, I would say that I had a bit risk measure kept there. So
Okay.
I was having in mind, I had prepared that as well
Uh-huh.
in a good manner, I would say. But then I was knowing ki if a question comes, there's a 50% probability I would do wrong over there, or I won't be able to, get the correct answer, because I was not
Okay.
able to, I have a hold over that subject.
Got it.
Maybe.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Now, uh, when the result came in, okay, what were the quartiles that you got?
I got in book 3, 75 to 100%.
First, okay.
Yeah. In book 1 or book 2, I don't remember now the exact one. There was 75 to 100, and the other book and book 4, I had 50 to 75%.
Okay, so it's basically 1-1-2-2, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful. So basically, even though for book 2 you got two second quartile, that is also very good.
Yeah.
That is also very good. So don't it's not a bad result actually. So now
Yeah.
when the result came in, what was the reaction of people around you, especially your friends and office people? What has been the reaction?
Actually, it is a kind of funny thing. I was not knowing that the result was going to be announced on the
Yes.
same day. So, and even I just after the exams, I muted the channel of FRM and everything. I was like, Exam is over, so let's chill, okay?"
Okay.
And so even I guess the in group there was after when I was sleeping, I just got, I guess, I don't know, my one of my friend texted me, "What is the result?" And it was around 1:13 at night. I
Okay.
am not going, I don't know, the result came or what. So then I just went to the Telegram channel, and I realized that the results are out. And
People
then I
were
thought
posting
that,
on the groups and all.
yeah, groups and all.
Mhm.
So I was just going to sleep at that point of time. So I realized if I will fail, I won't be able to sleep now. So let's keep the result for a while. I'll sleep now. I'll check the result tomorrow.
Okay, okay. And tomorrow morning you basically check
Okay.
the result.
No,
Okay.
at that point of time, I was too
Okay.
scared. So, and mom, dad was not there. I'm kind of still in the protective shelter of them, I guess.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
they came around 2 in the 2 p.m.
Hmm.
2 p.m. Yeah. So at that point, even I just started my job. I was not having any attention of what I was doing over there,
Hmm.
and because at the back of mind, I was like, result aaya hai. And then
Right.
at 2 p.m., I just
You
logged
saw
in,
the
and
result.
yeah, and there was pass, and I was just at the I can't even
Wonderful.
describe it.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Maybe
I'm very happy. And one
it
more
just
question. I
felt
mean,
like another CA, big thing that happened in my life again.
right, 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 right. Because the FRM is a difficult exam, right? So people do prepare it,
Yeah,
and there's a lot of competition also nowadays. So
yes,
definitely
totally.
clearing the exam is, and that way the first attempt is very, very uh, useful, right? So, I mean, it helps you to boost your confidence and helps you to move into new career opportunities and all. But I have one question for you now, that
Yeah.
uh, how, if suppose somebody comes to you now, right now, and asks you, give me 3 tips to prepare and clear FRM level 1, what would be that 3 tips?
First, would you plan your studies very well?
Hmm.
Because I guess if there was even, I guess my plan was quite good, but then it would have been improvised if I would have just like done Q&A along with the chapters, or
Okay.
planned time properly. Because
Hmm.
even I was if I even I was doing along with my job, I guess there was some loopholes with respect to planning.
Hmm.
And first was the planning along with the consistency. Second,
Hmm.
the good thing that I have done maybe could be helpful to you. Just write down the points of the
Yes.
questions that you solve, because it helps at end very well. Because at the end you won't be able to go through the question and answer bank and just read the whole question. We will not be getting that point. We will not be getting that much time at the end.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
that was one of the good thing that I did.
Hmm.
And maybe the third would be mock test. Yes, it is very important that I missed. So try to, do the questions at the end, that because when we do questions and when we get it, when we are knowing that it is wrong, we will what we will do is we will go to the concept and check what was the concept that we missed. So
Hmm. Hmm,
doing
hmm.
questions, doing mock drills, that is quite important, that everyone should do, I guess.
Right. 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 Wonderful, wonderful. I mean, Lucy, thank you very much. I mean, this journey or this discussion is going to be very useful for people, and especially working professionals. Because see, I understand time constraint is there. A lot of people are working, they have other commitment. But what is the option? The work will not never
Yes,
come down,
exactly.
right? Your the other
Yes,
commitments will never go. So you have to
yes,
take out time to go for such kind of exams. And everybody is
yes.
having their own set of problems to deal with. So
Mm,
in your case, definitely the consistency that you had maintained in terms of solving 3 T 4 hour every single day and also putting weekends, that actually has been a very good, strong pillar for you to prepare
yes,
for the exam,
yes,
right? So, and that this is definitely what I feel a lot of people watching the video will get motivated that, okay, I should also be consistent in my exam for the May or the November exam that they're planning. And thank you very much for sharing your entire journey and letting people know that how you have been able to clear the exam and how what are challenges you faced and finally the 3 tips. And I really like that noting down of
notes
question part.
thing.
Yes, yes, that is definitely going to be new ideas for people who are going to clear the exam in the future. So
Thank you,
thank you very
Ganesh sir.
much. Thank you. Thank you very much for
Thank
joining
you.
and sharing your experience. Thank you.